What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of the 1,000-Year Blood War anime, bro. And oh my god, what an episode this was. Another banger episode. You guys will be getting an episode reaction for this episode, which I recorded, so you guys will probably see that video come out tomorrow. And yeah, man, just a phenomenal episode, especially with Shinji getting to finally see his Bankai for the first time ever, because apparently we didn't, Kubo was able to show him off his Bankai off in the manga. Looked great. And yeah, but now first things first, before we jump right into the actual episode, before we get, also, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but we also did get confirmation for the Blood War dub going to be airing in sometime in August. I think it was like the August 16th, but it's going to be coming soon in August. So yeah, the dub is going to be coming pretty soon. But the one thing I wanted to mention real quick before we jump right into the actual episode is something that I did not know was changed from the manga originally when it was adapted in the anime. I didn't know this because you guys know I'm an anime only, so when I saw this all over Twitter last week, I was shocked. But you guys remember the scene with Omarida and his sister, and he takes the staff for his sister protector. Well, in the manga, nah, bro, she got fucking stabbed, bro, and it was pretty gory too. It was pretty bloody too. And I'm like, God damn, Kubo, I'd have said this is the 1,000-Year Blood War, but damn, bro. Yeah, that got changed. Some people were saying it might have been due to censorship. Possible, but more than likely this was just some of the change done by Kubo himself or the series director. They just decided to change that. But I just thought that was interesting that scene that was in the manga and that was changed. I just thought that was fascinating, man. When I saw that all over Twitter last week. Without further ado, man, enough jibber jabber. Let's just jump right into the actual episode. So we start the episode off with seeing a bunch of the other some of the other captains and what they were doing during the Quincy invasion. We see some of the other Soul Reapers, I should say. We see Shuhei, we see Kaku, a couple other ones before we head back over to Toshiro. And of course, you know, the Wolverine motherfucker over here, this Wolverine looking motherfucker, this Wolverine wannabe looking motherfucker comes out there, and we see that he has possibly killed Rangiku. Her eyes are up. Her eyes have no life in them, and she has like blood around her neck. So I'm not sure if Rangiku is dead. Hopefully not, because, you know, I love Rangiku, especially with how great she was the last episode. And, y'all, like I mentioned before, I lean more towards her with Toshiro in terms of shipping, if that tickles your fancy. But, yeah, hopefully she is not dead. I hope so anyway. But, I don't know, bro. That Loki telling me a different story. I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks, hopefully, that she somehow survived, man. Anyway, we find out this fucker's name, Kong Dune, if I pronounce that right, probably not. He unleashes Toshiro's Bankai and says, and he does compliment that it is a beautiful Bankai and that it will continue to live on even after his death. That's when we head back to Mayuri, and we basically see what we saw last week with Urahara telling him that he has found a way to reclaim the Bankai's episode car OP before we cut back to where we are, where Uryu explains that he more or less discovered a weakness in how the Quincy's were able to steal their Bankai so they can't steal any more Bankais, and thereby all the other Soul Reapers can also reclaim their stolen Bankais. And then Urahara and Mayuri's like, "Oh, great job!" And Urahara just like, "Oh, it's being." He's like, "I have a feeling, given what happens right after this, where Mayuri goes off about how that it's a serious crime for him to put a communicator on his clothing and hangs up on him. I have a feeling Mayuri was kind of salty that he wasn't the one to come up with this first, that he wasn't the one to come up with how to reclaim the Bankais. I feel like Mayuri's a little salty about that." But either way, he had to raise it as Urahara is like, freaking like, "No, please don't hang up." And Mayuri hangs up on her. Urahara comes from behind him in one of those soul gates that takes people to the Soul Society, and be like, "Hi!" Just kidding. God, I love Urahara, man. He's fucking awesome. So anyway, they continue. So he asks once again for Mayuri's help. Urahara tells him basically that there's nothing he can do for him. That the research that the R&D department has been destroyed, and then he points to, of course, that new lab that Mayuri has come up with, and says, Kudo, tells him kudos for identifying the properties of the Quincy shadows. Also, and we also get to see what the back of Nimu's costume looks like, which, once again, looks really cute, man. Like the little bow she got there. But I mentioned this in my reaction, but I gotta mention this again, bro. We are like 3 episodes in to the second core of the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. We are on episode 16, motherfucker, and Nemu has said like a grand total of like 2 lines. Like, bro, what is up with that? Does Nemu just not talk during this arc, bro? When are we gonna hear Nemu speak? Like, bro, we are 16 episodes into this series, man, and Nemu has barely said more than 2 lines of dialogue, bro. What is up with that? Like, are we ever gonna hear her talk, bro? Does she just not speak during this arc, bro? Tell me down below, manga readers. Tell me down below what happens if we actually get to hear Nemu have a conversation one of these days during this arc, excuse me. But anyway, so they started up this new lab, and we also see Mayuri's outfit is now changed from like this gold to more of like a pulsating like rainbow color going on thing, and we see them trying to establish a connection using like these different like, I don't know, bots or whatever these creature things are that Mayuri has lying around to secure a connection over to figure out where the rest of the Soul Reapers are and get a lock on all the positions. Odahara then shows him these Yuku, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I'm probably not. And mentioning how he decided to stay in the Wake of Mundo after hearing the report about the stolen Bankais, and these are what he's going to use to help holify the Bankais. And he figured this out by seeing what happened with Kyuge when he absorbed a couple of hollows. His form just started to, he was able to, that his appearance crumbled at the moment he absorbed some hollows, and that's when he realized he wasn't able to fully control his power, and because of that, he knows that also no Arrancar Soul Resurrection ever got stolen. None of them got stolen. So like to read, either A, they can't steal the Soul Resurrections, unlike they can for Bankais and Soul Reapers, or they just wouldn't, or they would be at a disadvantage, or be disadvantages, it would be a disadvantage for them to even try to steal the Soul Resurrections. And then, as they continue on talking, Mayuri mentioned how he thinks that the legend about them having like having a total hatred for Hollows was probably not true, and the real reason for that is because they're basically that Hollows are basically Quincy's kryptonites, and they are extremely poisonous to him, which is indeed the case. We also get like this really nice shot of like some Quincy foot soldiers as like it starts to burn up like a photo. That looked pretty cool. Also, I don't believe I mentioned this earlier, but the storyboard in this episode was once again great. I love the part right here with Toshiro when the dude was going on about how he will live on, as Bankai will live on beyond him, and we get that close up on Toshiro's eye. That show was really good, man. But anyway, as I was saying, the Hollows are poisonous to Quincy's. They eventually finally started to manage to establish a connection, and that's when Odahara tells them to touch the Shini Yuka, to touch it, and then it will holify your Bankais. So we then see Toshiro and a few other of the Soul Reapers start to get him, and then we get back to Toshiro as he then just bodies this motherfucker, bro. Oh my god. Oh, this was awesome, bro. First of all, the music. Suguchi once again in his fucking bag, bro. Oh my god, the music here was fantastic. I also really like the effects work once again. The eyes, Toshiro's, the Hyonin Maru once again looked amazing, man. Love the colors they used for Hyonin Maru on Changdu. Looked amazing, man. I love the colors they used for him, man. The colors right here, then the just effects work in general just looked absolutely amazing. So Toshiro starts to get up, tells him that, ask him what, and Changdu is going on, like, oh, how the hell is this possible? Toshiro doesn't know, but he's saying that perhaps Hyonin Maru's telling him he wants to come home, man. Once again, the shot of Toshiro as he's telling him, just like, ugh. Looks so fucking clean, man. We then get back to Soy Fun as a dude starts to put his little spike thing there ready to analyze her course. Omaida comes in clutch, manages to get her away from that and hands her the thing so that she can reclaim her Bankai. And so then she gets her Bankai up, takes aim, and then just fires a missile at that dude point blank range, man. Awesome. We're once again back with Toshiro. The dude starts to attack Toshiro, but of course, because I guess they both have Hyonin Maru, Toshiro tells him he can't attack himself. And as they continue on, the dude's attacks end up always getting blocked by Toshiro, or more specifically by Hyonin Maru, I should say. And he tells Toshiro to stop acting like his Bankai is a minor, which I think find kind of funny, because ain't there an entire filler arc in Bleach just about that? about the Zanpakutos all having minds in their own with their own physical forms and everything. I just found that line just a little funny. But anyway, we then finally get to hear Hyonin Maru's voice for the first time in whatever, and Toshiro tells him that he's glad to see him, and then we finally get that shot from the trailer of Toshiro with Hyonin Maru, and just looks so amazing. And can we also talk about how badass Toshiro looks with the like that little ice mask he's got going on there, man. It looks so cool. And Toshiro mentions that he doesn't wonder what it is, but given the fact that his Bankais are now holified, that's probably why it's there. So I guess it's just meant to represent like Toshiro's makeshift hollow mask or something. It looks so fucking cool, man. I know what, part of me does wish that when they did holify their Bankais, they all got a little hollow mask to go with them, man. I think that would have been kind of cool, but bro, Toshiro, man, he got the honors of a hollow mask, and it just looks so fucking awesome, man. Just so good, man. So then Changdun unleashes an attack. Shinjin Suno, if I'm probably mispronouncing that. And then, which Toshiro then fires his own attack at him, and then the dude gets Ava-fied. Like literally, he is stuck up in a cross. You know, well, technically it's not like the cross like it was in Ava. It is the cross-shaped flower that's on Shonin Master that we see with Toshiro's Bankai. But like, no lie, bro. The second I saw something, like I instantly thought of Ava, because you guys know when the angels die, they like explode in a cross shape. That's exactly what this reminds me. And then there's also what happens at the end of the episode as well. I do wonder if Kuwa is actually a bit of an Ava fan. You know, because I don't know, that looks a little too much like Ava, at least to me, man. But I did love this last line by Toshiro after he encases dude, and nice he says, "Sorry I couldn't make it into a pentagram." I fucking love Toshiro, man. He's so fucking awesome. So then he looks over to Rangiku, tries to reach her before he falls unconscious, and some shadowy figure approaches Toshiro. Who is this shadowy figure? Who knows? Could it be Momo, because she had some screen time in this episode. Could have, I don't know, could have been her. Could have been somebody else. Could have been, I don't know, Ishin, you know. Who knows? Who knows who this mysterious shadowy figure could it be Ichigo? Could Ichigo be in this episode, made a small appearance? Who knows? Who knows if that is Ichigo or not? Which, speaking of returning characters, one thing I found interesting was during the episode cards, where for the second one, we get this shadowy figure that looks very similar to Okiura. That looks like Okiura's final form at the end of when he was fighting up against Fossil Lord and Ichigo. I'm not sure if that is actually meant to be Okiura or not, given they did mention Soul Resurrection, maybe, but I don't know. Tell me down in the comments you guys think if that's meant to be Okiura or not, because it looks a lot like Okiura. But yeah. Then we are back with Ururu and Yuha as we see a bunch of some of the other Stern Riders like Asuna and Bambi also lose. I also see their like Bankai spiritual reishi, as it's whatever the fuck it's called, whatever this matter or light we see leaving their devices that hold the Bankai, they're leaving them, returning them, and then we get back to Shinji. Yeah. Besides Bambi and Toshiro, this was the highlight of the episode. This is arguably the most anticipated moment of the anime, of this core, I should say, for manga readers, because this is the first time we ever got to see Shinji's Bankai. Now I think this might have also gotten shown off in the light novel for Can't Fear Your Own World, because apparently Shinji does have a character for Can't Fear Your Own World that does show off his Bankai. So I'm not sure if that was shown off in the light novel, but regardless, it was never shown off in the manga. This is the first time we actually got to see it, and especially in, you know, animation, live action, whatever, not just like, you know, not just on a light novel. And first off, can we just talk about the music, bro? Bro, Sagasu once again in his fucking bag, bro. Like, bro, this man weirdly goes off with Shinji, and it was like, bro, first of all, Shinji's original theme, bro, goes hard, bro. There ain't no reason my man need to go that hard for Shinji. But yet he did for the original anime. And once, I don't know if this is a new track or an older track from the original series. You guys can tell me down below in the comments if it is. But oh my god, the song that's playing here, bro. Bro, oh man. If this ain't it, I swear to God, bro, I swear to God, if I do not see Bleach for best OST in this year's Crunchyroll Anime Awards, it's a wrap for you. I'ma send the Quincy's over to Crunchyroll's headquarters, and we're gonna invade them motherfuckers. We're gonna have a new 1,000-year blood war going on at Crunchyroll HQ, motherfucker. But either way, man, we see Shinji. He is surrounded by tons of Stern Riders. And first, we also talk about, once again, the effects work in this episode with me. I love how they're showing off the Quincy's bow, man. They look amazing here, man. I know I've been gushing about the effects work a lot throughout these reviews, but it bears me, man. It just looks so good. So as Shinji is staring down these bows, he then says, Bankai. And then we see him get wrapped around like a flower, a golden flower type thing. As the camera, oh my god, bro, the directing in the storyboarding here was next level. This shit was like next level in terms of directing and storyboarding. Shout outs to whoever was directing this episode and whoever was doing the storyboards, bro. They were in God mode, bro. Now, a round of applause to y'all, man. Y'all did an amazing job. This pink, so then, which first of all, also, I'm not even gonna say Shinji's Bankai's actual name because it's way too fucking long. I don't know why Kubo decided to make Shinji's Bankai so fucking long. Dude, there ain't no reason his name needs to be this fucking long, dude. Godspeed to Alex, bro, when he has to dub this episode, bro. Godspeed to that man. Because I'm sure he's gonna fuck up at least once or twice with how long this fucking name is. So, Godspeed to man. I mean, it does suck with how cool this scene looks. Like, it sucks we're not going to hear Roger Craig Smith doing it. But I'm sure I'll also do great. You guys know I love Alex Lee, another one of my favorite current voice actors recently. He's an amazing voice actor in his own right, and I do think he's pretty good at Shinji, but like, Roger Craig Smith's the OG, man. I would have liked to see him be the one to say Shinji's Bankai and everything, but it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe. Now, the first episode hasn't aired yet, so who knows? Maybe we can all get surprised and maybe they decide to go union with the second core. I don't know. You know, there's the writers, there's the acting strike going on, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but who knows? So maybe if we're lucky, they might go union for the second core after everyone complained. I don't know. I don't know if people were complaining or not, if it was just me, but maybe. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So anyway, Shinji unleashes his Bankai, and then we start to see the other Stern Riders start to attack us. And once again, bro, I love the way this was animated. The background is turned red. It's very stylized. It looked amazing, just absolutely spectacular. As we see all the other Stern Riders attacking their own allies, as Shinji mentioned they changed their cognition to reversing their cognition of enemy and ally to basically make them attack their own friends, so they would all kill each other off. And then Shinji, as he's like spinning around his Zanpakuto, brings in another one and just slices him down, bro. Shinji, man, Shinji's awesome, man. Shinji is so fucking cool, man. Like, this was such an amazing part of the moment. So anyway, we're back with Ikaku as he also regains his Bankai. He meets up with Shuhei and he asks him what he's doing here. He got lost. So they take a moment to rest before they continue on, but before they can really make any movement, the luchador makes his return, bro. And if the wrestling references weren't obvious enough, he calls them. He says that he mentions them being on like the undercard, and then it has this other guy named James, which obviously makes it reminds me of James Hansen. Shout out to James, man. Shout out to James. And he tells him to ring the bell. He's been saying a 3v1 death match. Gotta love the pro wrestling references, man. I didn't think Kubo was much of a pro wrestling other than in Japan. The Japanese love pro wrestling. It's kind of viewed the complete opposite how it is in America. Like, that is a legit respected sport, and I guess art form as well over in Japan. And they actually give a shit about pro wrestling there, man. Which another reason why I love Japan. they don't look at you like you're crazy for like pro wrestling. Be like, bro, you know that shit's fake. Anyway, I'm getting off topic again. Anyway, so he tells him to ring the bell, and then Ikaku and the others go after him. Of course, they all just get bodied by this dude as he says, "Impossible!" There's some English thrown in here, man, which is always nice to see, man. But Shuhei wraps his chains around him to stop him for the moment. As we see some Soul Reapers on a top roof, I'm looking over, seeing the female Stern Riders. Bambiette loses, of course, her, as we saw before. She lost Kamamura's Bankai. So she just like, now, Grant, I'm pretty sure she doesn't know those dudes are on the rooftop or there, but it's kind of funny how many of her attacks just kind of like go in their direction, where she didn't just throws the thing behind her and it just blows up for some reason. I don't know how that works. I don't know if she caused it to blow up there or this thing has some like self-destruct mechanism or something, man. So she's kind of like talking to herself. She finds that all the female Stern Riders left, and then she starts having a fucking tantrum, bro. And oh my god, bro, the character, like everything, like, bro, Period, the animators that did did the scene, this part of this, they made sure the animation on Predator. Excellent character acting, amazing voice acting for Bambi as Japanese. I'm so hyped to hear this with the dub, man, because you guys have mentioned before, you guys know, in case you guys didn't know, she's voiced by best girl Nobara in the dub, so obviously I'm very happy to hear her. And man, I like what she did in Tower of the First Course, so I'm looking forward to hearing her for this scene as well, man. But she starts throwing a tantrum, then goes fucking Super Saiyan that like destroys all the buildings around her. I fucking love it, and her voice acting is so good. I love her Japanese voice acting. I need to look up who this voice is this moment so I can follow her on Twitter. She has a Twitter. But yeah, man, this scene was awesome. Like I said, besides Toshiro and Shinji, this was the highlight of the episode for me. Like, these were the three best parts of the episode for me. Toshiro, Shinji, and Bambi. It's tantrum, man. You gotta love it, bro. So anyway, after she destroys probably half the Serete. And her facial expressions too are so fucking cute, dude. Where she says, "I'll show you what happens when you embarrass your leader, bro, and smoke you girls out, man." I fucking love Bambi. Kamamura finally shows up, bro, rocking some new badass armor, including his mask as well. I am curious to know what this is going to lead to, because of course you guys know I play BBS. I know what's going to happen with Kamamura, what the new form he's going to get looks like, which we saw a little bit of it in the trailers for Core 2. I'm not going to say anything, spoiling, just in case you guys haven't been keeping up with BBS and you weren't there when the Blood War characters were coming out first, at first, but I don't know, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this is all going to happen, what's going to go down here, bro, and maybe what's up with the new mask, and he's like hiding that new form behind that mask. Either way, bro, it looks fucking amazing, bro. Anyway, Bambi tells him that he should have waited a little bit longer, waited for them to be a little bit more structured before finally making his grand entrance. This is when Shinji finally enters the fray, still spinning around his Zanpakuto on his finger. And also, bro, can we talk about Shinji's smirk, bro? This dude got the smuggest smirk I've ever seen, bro. Shinji got the biggest shade grin I think I've ever seen in all of my years of anime, bro. Like, god damn, bro. Oh, God, I love Shinji, man. Anyway, he tells Kamamura he can leave and that he'll take it over with Bambi. So then this is when he starts using his Zanpakuto again to doing the whole reversal, like, oh, up is down, left is right, you know, which this also really cool too, where they did like, where as Shinji was spinning around his Zanpakuto, the screen starts spiraling as Shinji starts to explain. It looked really cool, man. It looked really cool. So once again, Bambi tries to attack him, but he tells her once again that he told him that's impossible. And then this was actually, I thought, a nice little touch as we see the camera like flipping flipping upside down or going or whatnot as Bambi's trying to get her bearings, but obviously can't because of Shinji's Zanpakuto works. They actually, as he starts talking, they actually did switch up the subtitles and have them show up in reverse, which I thought was a nice touch. Which I actually did take a screenshot there and try to see if I could flip the shots of them to see if I could read the subtitles a little easier, which is still a little difficult, but I'm pretty sure he's saying, "Sorry for the late introduction, Shinji." How to call it if I'm pronouncing his last name right? It's really hard to look at these subtitles trying to read this. But I am the captain of Squad 5. That's basically what he says. Just basically introducing himself to Bambi. And this, like I said, once again, this was also really well directed storyboard, man. So, anyway, and we also get like another shot where it gets super trippy with Bambi trying to get to Shinji. As Shinji tells her that he doesn't like killing girls, so hopefully he can forgive him. But right before he's going to go for the killing blow, Bambi once again unleashes a flurry of random attacks trying to get to Shinji, but obviously because everything's reversed, she can't really hit anything. And then Bambi tells he's gonna blow that smirk off his face before she gets the doggy. Once again, Shinji keeps using his like trippy ass Zanpakuto to discombobulate Bambi before we head back to Shuhei, where he wraps his change around the luchador before he goes for a point blank attack right to the head. Right as this happens, though, Bambi unleashes her new form. And I swear to God, bro, ain't no fucking way this ain't Averts, because we have these giant beams of, like, shooting upwards with, like, which basically looks like a cross, but if you had, like, but it looks more like an X shape rather than a cross shape. Which, like I said, there's no way that this has to be an Ava reference, bro. It looks way too similar to when the Avas would explode for it not to be an Ava reference, but... you know. So yeah, I guess Kubo's a fan of Evangelion. And then we get this really nice shot of Bambi where there's like a little opening and like this beam of light where you see half her face. It reminded me a lot of that shot from the second Dragon Ball Super OP. You guys remember that shot where Goku smirks when he like the red orb goes over him? Obviously, he's situated that he was going to unlock Ultra Instincts when he was facing off against Jiren. It reminded me a lot of that shot from the second OP of Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, it looked amazing. The other Stern Riders have these giant beams come out as well before the episode ends. Once again, we get another post-credit scene with Ichigo still traversing through this hall, as it looks like he's getting flashbacks of the soul, or visions of the Soul King, it looks like. Not entirely sure about that for sure, but either way, I'm intrigued. Looks like Ichigo's getting closer and closer to finally getting to the end, and of course, getting his new form or whatever, power. But yeah, another phenomenal episode, man. Beautifully directed, beautifully storyboarded, man. Just on point on all fronts. Amazing. Oh, and I forgot to mention it again. The music was playing through this section for Bambi and Shinji was, another godly track, as always, man. Like, Sakasu, man, the man does not miss, man. He does not miss with this series, man. Once again, amazing soundtrack from him, as always, man. Yeah. Overall, my final for this episode is going to be a 10 out of fucking 10, ladies and gentlemen. Probably been a minute I've last thrown that one out for an anime, for an episode review, but then again, it's been a minute I've done an episode review, period. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on social if you feel like it. Links down in the box below. And as always, come out for more. See you guys next time.